Oh my God, it's been so long. Like, it's been so long, YouTube, and I know y'all are like, girl, girl. But don't worry about it. Today I'm back with a story time, and it's a good one, so you're gonna like it. So if you guys have been following this story time from TikTok, I'm going to really break down the whole entire trip and give you guys an insight of my birthday trip to hell. By the way, if you are new to this channel, please like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send it to a friend of a friend. Let's get this channel growing because y'all are in for some shit this year. Also, I want to say Happy New Year. It is now 2022. The date is January 3rd, 2022, meaning my birthday is in 10 days. 10 days, y'all. 10 days. All right, so let's jump into story time. I'm gonna have a little drink first. That tastes amazing. So, back in 2020, 2 years ago, I went to Atlanta for my 24th birthday. So I had my two best friends accompanying me on the trip. For the purpose of the story, I will not share anybody's names, so I'll give everybody's names. So I went with my two best friends, which are gonna be Pisces and Scorpio. And then I met up with a friend down there that was already living in Atlanta, which is gonna be Leo. Then there's Leo's roommate. So we're gonna call Leo's roommate, and then Leo's roommate's cousin, which we're gonna call cousin. So, backstory. Before I had even decided if I was gonna go to Atlanta or not, I was just putting that thought in the air. And my friend Leo reached out to me and she told me like if I was to come to Atlanta, she would want me to come to her house and stay at her house with her because during the time of my travel, there was a lot of sex trafficking going on in Atlanta. So she wanted to make sure I would be in a safe place, in a safe environment where I would not have to worry about anything. So she said that me and my two friends could come and stay with her at her house because she had a house in Atlanta and she had more than enough room to accommodate us as well. Her and her roommates had about 2 to 3 cars. So I would be able to use one of her cars. So me looking back, I'm like, I mean, that's a great idea. 1, I don't have to spend money on a hotel. 2, I don't have to spend money on a rental. And 3, I will already be with people that know the area. So win-win for me. So I let my friends know basically about what's going on, and now we start planning our trip. So we're, you know how girls do. We planning our activities, we planning outfits. I had a whole itinerary, and I will insert the itinerary here of the shit that I wanted to do basically for my birthday because I had never been to Atlanta. So there was a lot of things that I had seen on like Instagram and Facebook, and I know other people that have visited Atlanta, so there was a lot of things that I specifically wanted to do. So now it's the day of, and me and my two best friends, we meet up, we go to the airport, we get on the airplane. At the airport, we already taking shots, drinking, turning up, like we pre-gaming, we getting pumped up, we getting excited because it's about to go down in the A. Like, it's my birthday. I'm with my two turn-up friends. So it's like, shit about to shake. You know what I mean? So when we first get to Atlanta, our first stop is our friend Leo. She comes and pick us up and she brings us to her house. So she brings us to her house and we basically just drop our shit off. And then we're like, we need to go to the mall. So I needed to go and get my feet done. I work a job and I worked the whole week and I wasn't able to get my feet done. So, you know, like I was gonna be having on heels and shit. Like I needed my toes done. And my two best friends, they needed some stuff for like a few outfits and pieces. So we needed to go like to the mall to try to, you know, do some like last minute shopping. So we go to the mall. I go and I get my feet done. My other two best friends, they're around the mall, you know, like shopping and stuff. And my one best friend, Pisces, she mentions that she's not feeling too well. So, you know, we're like, okay, you know, we just got off the airplane. We probably haven't even ate. We've been drinking, you know, we'll figure it out. So on our way back to the house, my girl literally just starts throwing up. Like she is just like, it's coming out of her. And now I'm worried because we're in a foreign place, never been in Atlanta, never been in a hospital in Atlanta, don't know much about where we're going. Not to mention my friend's house is an hour out from Atlanta, like downtown, like where all the shit is, like where we're gonna be. So we're an hour out, don't know nothing, you know, not really knowing what's going on. So now I'm kind of in like panic mode. I'm calling my friend. I'm like, do you guys have a hospital around your house? She's like, yeah. So she directs me to the hospital, but me not knowing, it's two hospitals with the same name. So I start driving to basically the wrong hospital. And it's a Friday in Atlanta. I think we came on a Friday. I really don't remember, but I think it's a Friday in Atlanta and traffic is horrible, y'all. I mean, like, car is not moving and my girl is like, now she's like uncomfortable and she's just like crying and I'm just like, friend, I really don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. So I turn around and I start heading to a hospital that seems like it's closer to us instead of the one that my friend told us to head to. So we go to the hospital, we drop her off, and she's like, basically like, you guys can go and like come back. So I'm like, no, like we're not gonna leave you. Like we're in Atlanta, bitch, they sex traffic. We're not gonna leave you. If anything, we're gonna go and get the car cleaned up and maybe try to get food and try to figure out like what to do next. So we go, me and my other friend, Scorpio, we drop her off, we leave, and we go find a detail shop because she had, you know, thrown up in the car, outside of the car, on the car. So we want to kind of clean it up just so we not riding around in that, you know what I mean? Like throw up, it has a smell to it. So we don't want to be riding in that all week. So we go to the place, they clean the car out for us. I mean, they clean that bitch from head to toe, like, and it was like, it was beautiful. Now, mind you, I was already kind of upset because when my friend came and picked us up, her car wasn't clean. You know what I mean? So for you to be offering your things to people, I would think that you would want to clean what you're offering to somebody. Like the car needed to be washed, the car needed gas, the inside of the car was just like junky, like it just was like, ugh. So I already said that I wanted to clean the car because I didn't want to be riding in my cute ass shit in a funky ass car. Like it's not giving. So me and Scorpio, we go and we get the car detailed and they did an amazing job. I wish I could remember the name of the place that we got that car detailed because I would give y'all a shout out. I would give y'all a review. I would give y'all a 10-star. Like, they cleaned that motherfucker so nice. Like, it was great. It was amazing. So we get the car clean, and now we checking in with my bestie. You know, we asking her what's going on. She basically saying, like, they waiting, they taking blood tests, they trying to figure out what's going on. So now me and Scorpio, we go get some food. We ask her if she's hungry. We get her some food. And now we kind of just waiting outside the hospital because we really not like wanting to go in because the way the hospital was set up, it was kind of like confusing. So we were like double parked and we didn't really know where to park. So we communicating with her, and now she's like apologizing. She's like, I'm sorry, I got sick. If you guys want to go so y'all can do the activity tonight, just go and now Uber home. And I'm like, bitch, we an hour away. It's no way in hell that I'm about to leave you an hour out just to go turn up. Like, charge it to the game. Tonight, we'll just go to the liquor store, get a drink, have a little game night, and we'll start fresh tomorrow. It's no problem. So we waiting on her. She get discharged. They figure out what's wrong with her. They give her a prescription to fill, and now she gets in the car, and we try to head to Walgreens, but all the pharmacies are like closed. Like, we can't even fill the prescription. So now we just go home and, you know, just give her some over-the-counter stuff. And she kind of sleeps off the rest of the night. Me and my other best friend, we stay up. We have a couple of shots. We have a couple of drinks. We chilling, you know, shit like that. So the next day, we wake up and, you know, now I'm looking at the house. Like, I'm looking around. And, okay, mind you, I'm very grateful that my friend allowed me to stay in her setting. But I just feel like if you are inviting somebody to your home, especially with guests, you will want to make sure your home is up to par. Like, their house wasn't clean. Me and my friends had to take out time out of our day to clean their home. And I just feel like that's kind of shitty of you to invite me somewhere and not even make sure it's up to standard. Like, you're not even making sure our living situation is comfortable. So now, you know, we wake up the next morning, we're cleaning up, washing dishes, cleaning up the kitchen, and she's basically just like sitting around letting us do it. And I'm just like, I'm kind of turned off, because I'm like, you're not gonna clean your house? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's just y'all, it wouldn't matter, but we guess, why are we doing this? So we cleaned the crib up, and she had mentioned that there was 3 cars, but I guess something happened, and now they were relying on 1 car. So it's 50,000 people in one house using 1 car. So now her roommate and her people, they're using the car, and they're out like all day, to the point that we're not even able to do our first activity until like the late afternoon. So we get dressed and we head to Escobar. That's one of 2 Chainz's restaurants. It's like a restaurant bar type of situation. So mind you, by the time we get to Escobar, we have been drinking, and I'm tired because I just had to wake up, clean this lady crib the night before. We have spent all the time, you know, in the city trying to get to the ER, in the ER. So I'm fucking tired. Like, I'm still trying to turn up, but I'm really just like trying to push through because I really don't have no energy. So we go to Escobar, and we're there, and we set a reservation for Escobar. But when we get to Escobar, they still make us wait another hour just to be serviced. So finally, we get some service, we get some drinks, we get some hookah going, we get some food going. Food, 10/10, highly recommend. Drinks, 10/10, highly recommend. Hookah, 10/10, highly recommend. Service, 7 out of 10, could be better. You know what I mean? They got room to grow, improvement to grow, but still great experience. So now me and my girls talking, we like, what should we do tonight? We're talking to other people that are from the area, and they're like, basically, it's gonna be busting that compound tonight. There's gonna be some celebrity guests there. And we had already decided beforehand that we was gonna get a section, but we never said what day we was gonna get a section. Like, we was just kind of like gonna play it by ear. So everybody like, go to compound tonight, it's gonna be busting, it's gonna be busting, da 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 da. So now we call compound, and we're like, you know, how much for sections, all this, all that. And they tell us like, because it's gonna be a celebrity guest there, sections are going fast. So you want a section, you need to come up here right now and prepay on your section. So we drive over there. They tell us like, all the small sections are pretty much books, so they can give us this kind of like bigger section in the corner, and it's gonna be about like $800 for 2 bottles. And I remember them saying like we could get up to like 15 girls in for free. Mind you, I didn't even have 15 friends. It was me and my 2 best friends, and then I was counting the 3 people that stayed in the house. So it was only gonna be 6 of us, but we was still gonna turn up and have a good time. So we go, we prepare on our section. As we leaving, we bump into some guys, we talking to them, and we basically tell them like, we gonna meet y'all at the club tonight, and you know, we gonna turn up, have a good time. So we go home and we start getting dressed. I'm telling my friends like, yeah, I'm already drunk, so I need to take a little nappy nap. So they start changing their clothes, getting dressed. We getting all the other girls dressed. And, oh, actually, excuse me. Let me rewind back. We come back to the house and we tell them that we got a section. So I'm inviting the girls that live in the house to come party with us. And basically they saying like, you know, they really don't get no money, so they really not trying to go out. And we explained to them like, we prepaid on a section, so you really don't have to pay for shit. You're not gonna have to pay for drinks. You're not gonna have to pay to get in the club. Only thing you would have to pay for is if at the end of the night we want to go get food and shit. And you know, that's gonna be to your own discretion. Like, know that if you're hungry, like you would obviously have to pay for your own food and shit like that. So they like, okay, cool. So me and my friends, we start helping, you know, pick out outfits. We comparing outfits so everybody kind of looks like the part, like everybody looks good. So we basically had on all black. All of us had on black. So I tell my friends, I'm like, y'all, like I'm a little lit, like I need to take a little nap, because I know myself. If I get drunk and fall asleep. Like I be over with. So they let me take a nap. Then they wake me up and they like, okay, bitch, you gotta put your clothes on. Like it's time to get dressed. Put your clothes on, and we about to head out. So they helped me get in my outfit. They helping me flat iron my hair. Like, you know, they doing what best friends do, getting a bitch together. So now I'm up and I'm lit, because I'm like, oh, we finna go to the club. I'm looking at everybody. Everybody looks great. Like everybody looks good. Like chef's kiss. Like bitches look good. Like we look like we about to bag some ballers tonight. Like that's how we look. Like, you know, I'm fucking from Chicago, so we in the A. It's about to go up. You feel me? So now we in the house. Everybody taking pictures. People taking pictures of me. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. They geeking me up. We on our way to the club. So on our way to the club, we taking shots. We just taking shots. We taking shots. We taking shots. Motherfucker ate this much that day, and we drinking. I mean drinking. So when we get to the club, we pull up and we have valet park our car, and now we're in line, and it's a long ass line, and I'm looking like, I'm not about to stand in a line. I just paid $800 for a section. I don't believe that I would need to stand in a line. So I walk up to the door and I tell them like, yeah, I prepaid on the section, blase, blase. Was good. So now they like, how many people you got in your party? So I'm like, 5. So now the bouncer, he's looking at us and he like, the girl back there with the slides on, she not gonna be able to get in the club. So I'm like, why? He like basically like dress code. Like she had on some like slides, and they weren't like no sandal slides. They were like slides. Like if like some of these, you know what I mean? Like some slides. So I tell him, I'm like, okay, look, I'm not from here. It's my birthday. Can we throw you some money and you just let us get in? You know what I mean? Like, y'all do shit like this all the time, so I'm sure y'all could do this for me. So he like, yeah, throw me $40 and we good. So I had only had like a 20 on me. I turn around to my best friends. I'm like, yeah, I got 20. Like, I'll pay y'all back. Like, they like, yeah. So we get them the money. They let us in. So now they walk us to our section. It's 5 of us. We got a big ass section. I mean, like, I feel like motherfucking royalty how big that section was. Like, I will insert a clip so you guys can see the section. But that bitch was so nice. So now the bottle girls come up to us and she's telling us the 2 drink options we could get. So now she's telling me the breakdown. We could either get 3, 2, not so up there bottles and one like kind of like champagne bottle, or we could get two like luxury bottles. So we end up going with, I don't remember if it was the VSOP Hennessy or the VSOP Remy, but I know that we stick with cognac because we have been drinking dark this whole time. So that's what we decided to go with. So now the bottle girls come, they come with a sign, they say happy birthday, they got the sparklers, they got the liquor, they got the juice, they got the water, they got the Red Bulls. It's lit. The music lit, you know what I mean? Somebody, I think my best friend had them tell the DJ that we from Chicago and it's my birthday. So now they start playing Chief Keef. So we in that bitch, we lit up, we turned, we like, oh, you know what I mean? Like we just, we getting there. Like it's a vibe. Like we're having a great time. So in the midst of us turning up, I see the guy that we meet up with earlier, and he come to the section and he's like, you know, happy birthday. We hug. He like, come to my section and have a drink with me. So I walk over to his section and he's in his section drinking light liquor. I don't know if they was drinking Patron or whatever, but I know they was drinking light liquor. And like I said, we was drinking dark liquor in my section. So I take a shot with him. Now I bring him back to my section. I'm like, come take a shot with me. So we drink the light shot over there. Then we come to my section. We drink the dark liquor. So he like, you know, it's only 5 of y'all. Y'all should come to my section and turn up with me. And I'm like, yeah, I feel you, but we just paid $800 to basically be in this section. So we not trying to lose our money to go party with y'all. Like, we could party, like we in the club, like we could party, but I'm not really trying to do that. So now he like, how much you say you pay? I'm like $800. So he proceeds to give me some money. He gave me some money, and you know, when people give you money, you technically not supposed to count it right there in your face because it's supposed to be rude. But no, I just told you I paid $800 for a section, so I'm gonna count that money. I count the money up, it's like $250. So I hand him his money back. I'm like, this not enough. I'll be back. So he walked to one of his friends, they talk, they come back. He give him some money, he give dude the money. They give me the money. Now I count it, it's like close to $600. So now I'm like, I could do 600. You know, it's less, it's 200 less, but still I could split this with my friends and they could pocket enough that it won't even matter. Like $200, we're not gonna be fucked up about $200. So now I'm like, okay, cool. So I tell him, I'm like, how about this? How about you bring your friends to my section? You see how they vibing, and if they vibe, we'll come over there. But if they not vibing, I'll give you your money back because I don't want, you know, I don't want nobody to feel like I'm taking advantage of them or I'm just money hungry, because I'm not. We had already paid on the section, so the money was already gone. You know what I mean? Like it's been charged to the game. So now he bring his guys over there and we vibing. I'm like, shot. So I make everybody take shots. We taking shots. So now me and him, we're sitting on the couch, we're talking. He's telling me about where he's from and what he do, and I'm telling him where I'm from and what I do. And we're kind of getting, you know, we're getting acclimated. Like, you know, we're Capricorns, so we kind of here with it, like on the Capricorn side, but like we kind of getting to know each other. So honestly, outside looking in, like if y'all would see how we was sitting on that couch, like I was laying back and he was like sitting in front of me, laying on me, and I was just like rubbing his hair. Like we really looked like we was in love and like we had been doing this shit for like years, like we was locked in. But I had only just met him maybe 2 hours ago max. So now I remember I told you they in their section drinking light liquor, I'm in my section drinking dark liquor. So we taking shots, we just passing them bitches around. We got 2 bottles, so we trying to drink as much as we can. So now he starts throwing up and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm telling his friends, I'm like, help him. So now they carry him out his section, they take him back to their section, they giving him water, you know, they trying to like revive him. And I'm just like, I turn to my friends and I'm like, bitch, we got this $600, so we about to turn up. Mind you, when I get the $600, I put the money in my purse and I turn around and I get a purse to my best friend. So as I turn around and get a purse to my best friend, cousin, she see the whole transaction and she like, you want me to hold the purse? And I'm looking like, no, I don't want you to hold the purse. I just met you yesterday. I don't trust you to hold my shit. Like, I don't even fucking know you. Why would I want you to hold my shit? So I'm like, no, it's no problem. I passed the purse to my best friend. So the whole time all this shit going down, my best friend got the purse on the side of her. She got that bitch cuffed like she P.O.P. holding it down. So now when they take Buddy up out the section, I turn around and I'm like, yo, we got this money. We still got a bottle left. Let's turn up. So we lit. We like this in the club, having, hey, baby. Hey, baby. I mean, we are lit up, y'all. Like, we're fucking lit. So now, I start feeling them light shots. Because I told y'all, we in the section drinking the dark liquor. I start feeling them light shits. Them shits hit me in the forehead. And I'm just like, whoa. So now I sit down. I got the shades on. I lean back. I must have fallen asleep in the section. And my friends, they tapping me. They trying to wake me up. They're like, girl, get up. Like, turn up. So I'm trying to fight through. But at this point, y'all, I'm really drunk as fuck. Like, I'm really like, bitch, I'm fucked up. I've been drinking all day. I done had this much sleep. I done had this much to eat. I'm fucked up. Like, yeah, I'm big, so I can take a lot, but still mixing your liquors. Y'all know that if you mix your liquors, you're going to be instantly fucked up anyway. So now, my bestie, Pisces, she telling me, like, basically, like, you either need to get up or we're going to have to leave. Because now, the bouncers are looking at us and we don't want them to think that we did anything to you or, you know, like something's wrong with you. So I'm like, okay, I'm turning her up like, well, we still got some liquor, so I really just want y'all to turn up. Like, I could stay up as long as possible, but I just want y'all to turn up and have a good time. So she like, nah, like, bitch, it's your birthday. Like, if it's time to go, it's time to go. Like, we paid the money, so it's no problem if it's time to go. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I asked him, I'm like, can you take me to the bathroom? So Pisces gets up to take me to the bathroom, and Scorpio, like, she gonna come and help. And I'm like, cool, because honestly, that was a two-man job anyway. Like, I'm the big girl, I'm drunk as hell, I got on the goddamn corset, I'm sucked in, like, I was gonna need some help. Like, that was a hands-on job. So we walk out the section, just us. Nobody thinks to grab anything. We don't grab no phones, no shit, no nothing. So we come back to the section and my best friend, she started like, you know, picking our shit up, getting our shit, and we like, we about to leave. So my best friend, Pisces, she tells me that when we walk back to the section, she see the purse is gone. She see that my purse is gone. But she too worried about trying to get us out. So she get us out, she get us to the car. She basically sit us in the car and she run back in the club and she told the club promoter, like, basically, my friend purse was stolen. Can she look around the section and look in the garbage can, you know, to see if she could find the purse? Because her thought process is, if somebody wants to steal the money, they probably just took the money. Like, they wasn't gonna take all my cards and shit. So she would at least try to get the purse so I could have my cards and the shit that was in my purse. Like, basically, I had my debit cards, my ID, my driver's license, my phone charger, and I had some brand new lip gloss from MAC, which I was really mad about because they discontinued that lip shade. So, like, RIP to my fucking lip gloss. But all in all, she couldn't find the purse. So now she says that she walks back to the car and Scorpio is kind of coming back to her senses, and she telling her like, no, we need to find the purse, F that, blah, 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 blah. We need to find the purse. So she like, girl, like, it's gone. But we'll figure out how to tell me when the time is right. So now, I guess we go back to the house, and Pisces is like, it is a struggle to get me out that car because I'm drunk. So I'm basically like dead weight. Like, she basically has to carry me. My friend, she on the thicker side, but she's still smaller than me. You know what I mean? So her trying to carry my big ass, just no. Just no. Like, just no. So they get me in the house. They take me on my shit. They lay me in the bed. And, you know, we all go to sleep or whatever. So we wake up in the morning, and I'm the first. I wake up, well, they wake up before me, and I wake up and I'm in good spirits. I'm like, you know, I'm asking them, like, what happened, you know, the rest of the night. I know that I had blacked out, so I'm like, you know, what happened? They telling me what happened. But, like, you know how you can read a room? So I'm getting a vibe that, like, the energy was just off. Like, I can't explain it, but it was just, like, off. Like, you could tell something was wrong. So my best friend Scorpio, she was like, I'm just about to get it out because I don't want you to curse me out, and I don't want you to think that I had anything to do with it, but your purse was stolen in the club and we don't have your purse. So I'm like, what? What you mean my purse was stolen in the club? So as soon as Scorpio tell me that, Pisces hop up. She grab her shit, she get her purse, she grab the keys, and she get up out of there. So I'm like, what the fuck you mean my purse was stolen? Because I was in the club with people that I felt like I trusted. So what you mean? So now she like, yeah, when we took you to the bathroom, somebody stole the purse, and the other two ladies, they claimed they were so drunk that they didn't see it happen, so they don't know what happened. So now I wake up and I'm on 10. I get up and I pull everybody out their motherfucking room, bad girl style. I mean, I wake every bitch up in that crib. Bitches that weren't even in the crib, I wake their ass up. Because what the fuck are you talking about? So I bring everybody out. I'm like, yeah, so what's up? What's tea about the purse? So now me and cousin arguing because she was like, girl, you was drunk as fuck. You was in there falling asleep, falling on the couch, just doing this, doing that. And I'm telling her, I don't give no fuck. It's my birthday. I should be able to do so and not have to worry about my shit coming up missing. When I'm in Chicago and I do this, I ain't never had to worry about no shit coming up missing. So what's tea now? So now I'm arguing with her, and it's to the point where, like, I just want to fight the household because that's some ghetto dirty ass shit. Like, y'all stealing, you know what I mean? Like, the type of person I am, if a motherfucker would have came to me and would have been like, I'm fucked up, I'm down on my luck, I'm down on my money, can I borrow some? I would have gave it to you. And my thought process already was, I was gonna split the money with my two best friends, and then whatever I had left over, I was gonna give some money to cousin and my other friend because I just wanted them to be able to come out with me for the rest of the weekend. Like, that's the type of person I am. Like, I want everybody to enjoy themselves and have fun. So I had already had it in my mind that I was gonna split the money 5 ways. Like, everybody was gonna get a cut and everybody was gonna be cool. But the fact that a motherfucker had to steal my shit, that was beyond me. So now I'm arguing with the house. Scorpio, she just like, girl, you can't yell at everybody because everybody wasn't at the club. But my thought process was, I don't give no fuck. Somebody in this house stole my shit, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it because we was the only people in the sections. You know what I mean? Scorpio had the purse the whole time up until we went to the bathroom. So in 2 minutes, y'all telling me somebody walked in the section, took the purse, and that was it. And like, the people in the section, like, y'all was that drunk that y'all didn't see nobody walk in our section and take my purse? That don't make no sense to me. So now I'm crying because I'm like, that's just some fucked up shit. But mind you, all my money was on my cards. Like, I didn't take no money off. And the money that I did take off, I had already spent it earlier, like at the liquor store at Escobar. So I didn't have no physical money in my purse. It was just my debit cards, my ID, my charger, and my lip gloss. But still, those are my things. Those are my essentials. So she like, don't worry about it. Just call your mom and just call your card and, you know, have them put a stop on your card. So I call my mom and I tell her basically what happened. She like, don't worry about it. I got a copy of your ID in my phone. So she sent me a picture copy of my ID, and I sent all the money on my card to one of my friends, and then I had them to just deactivate the cards until I got home. So now Pisces come back, and she come back with some balloons and some flowers. And, you know, she basically trying to cheer me up. Her and Scorpio get together, and they pretty much just start giving me my birthday gifts. It wasn't even my birthday that day, but they trying to do anything to really just like change the mood. You know what I mean? So the day that we had woke up and all that happened, we was supposed to go to the trap museum. But I was so like pissed off about the purse that I didn't even want to do nothing. Like, I just was mad. Like, I didn't even want to get dressed and do shit because I'm just like, that's some grimy ass shit. So they tell me that the guy who we met in the section, he left his phone there. So he was coming back to the house to pick his phone up. So I'm texting a guy and I'm telling him, I asked him, I'm like, I mean, I know you gave me that money, but like, would you steal the money back? Like, you don't give me that vibe, but I don't know you. So he like, no, you know, I was drunk. I got carried about the club and we had left before you. And I had remembered that they did leave before us. So I didn't think it was him, but I still had to ask because you never know. You know what I mean? So he come to the crib, him and his guys. I tell him what happened. He real apologetic because he like, you know, that's fucked up. Like, we gave you that money so you could have a good time and somebody was stealing from you. So he ended up giving me some green stuff to kind of like make me feel better. And he was like, you know, you smoking? I'm like, yeah. He like, well, here, let me give you some of this. And then he was like, just hit us up later. We're going to be here for another few days. We could turn up. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, we definitely could turn up. So now me and my besties, we trying to figure out what to do. So like I said, my friend had told us that we was going to have a car just to us. But now it's like we waiting for them to get back to do stuff from the car. So we couldn't even go to the trap museum because somebody had left with the car to go do some stuff. So now when they come back, we like, we're gonna go get some food. So we go to one of the like popping crab boil spots. And that shit was great. I love seafood and I ate that shit with my motherfucking eyes closed. I mean, that shit was so good. So we go to that place and then we come back to the house. So now we come back to the house. I'm talking to the people in the house and I'm like, I need to buy some more green stuff because, you know, I'm getting low and I want to be able to, you know, smoke when I want. So I tell cousin, you know, basically, where can we get some stuff from? And she like, oh, I got somebody, we can call them. We can either go and pick it up or they can come drop it off. And I'm like, it really don't matter. So she asked me like basically how much I want. And I tell her like, I'm either gonna need a 3, 5 or a 7. And now she like, okay, well, if you buy one, I'll buy one. And I'm like, cool. But then it dawned on me, I'm like, what you mean you will buy one? This whole time I've been in this house with you, you done been playing like you ain't got no money. So where you get some money from? So I asked her, I'm like, where you get some money from? She like, oh, my baby daddy cashed at me some money. So yeah, I got some money from him. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like, I'm not really trying to put no blame on nobody, but 2 + 2 is 4. And if your baby daddy cashed at you today, why he couldn't have cashed at you yesterday to get your ass in the club? So now we get the weed, and I really don't remember how she paid for the weed. I know that I had to cash app them, so I end up sending the cash app. I think I sent the cash app to her, and she paid the guy, or I really don't remember how it happened, but I know that I did use Cash App because I didn't have no cash on me. So we get the weed, we smoking, and I'm kind of like standoffish because I'm like, yeah, you said your baby daddy gave you some money, but my purse just went missing and the $600 is gone. So I really don't even trust you or trust that. So now I call one of my friends. She live in Atlanta. We have been talking about like meeting up, and I tell her basically what happened. And she like, oh, well, she promoted at this club and she can get us a section, and we could get a bottle for like $100, and we could get a section for like $100 with hookah, and like we could do that. So I'm like, okay. So we get dressed, and it's just me and my two friends. I don't even invite nobody else because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't trust y'all. I don't like the vibes. I don't like the energy. So we go to the club, and we have a better experience with my other friend. It's lit. We have been drinking dark liquor this whole time. So that day they didn't have no dark liquor, so we're drinking light liquor. So I'm not gonna lie, like that fucked my stomach up. Like I was in there drinking, but I could tell like I was about to be sick because I have been drinking all this dark liquor. Now I'm drinking light liquor. So as soon as we about to leave out the club, yeah, why did the fuck I throw up exorcist style? Like, I was just talking, and then out of nowhere, that shit just came out. And I was so embarrassed because I'm like, I never done that before. Like, that's crazy as hell. So we leave the club, we go back to the house, we lay down. So now it's my actual birthday. So the day of my birthday, we go get some breakfast, and then we chilling, and we had reservations to go to Fogo de Chao. And then we was gonna meet up with another friend of mine that was living in Atlanta. So we go to the restaurant, and that was my first time at Fogo de Chao, and it was amazing. Like, we did the meat experience, or whatever you call it, where they bring all the meat. And, you know, we had like food from the appetizer bar, and like we had drinks and shit like that. So that was really great. And then we met up with a friend of mine, and she took us to like this little bar spot where we got some more drinks and we smoked some hookah, and then we end up going to Magic City. So we go to Magic City, and we in there, and Magic City is lit. I mean, it's lit. So when we get in Magic City, I decide to buy all my friends drinks because I'm trying to show, you know, gratitude for like, we done came on this trip. Shit didn't go how we planned. We really haven't done any of the activities we really wanted to do. So, you know, here's me trying to say sorry. So I'm buying us drinks. And in the midst of that, two strippers get into a whole brawl. I mean, them bitches is fighting. So now we like, it's giving ghetto. Like, let's get up out of here. So now we leave out. We got a bottle of Bel Air in our car. So we popped the bottle of Bel Air. We're in Magic City parking lot pimping, turning up. Like, I think that night I had the most fun because like it was just vibes. Like, I just didn't have to worry about nothing. So when we get back the next morning, me and my friends, you know, we cleaning up, we packing our shit, we getting ready to go. Leo takes us to the airport, and we go home. And I'm just kind of like reflecting on my trip, and I'm just like, the experience was really horrible. Like, starting from my friend not even having her car or living situation up to par, I'm just like, I'm kind of mad because I'm like, if I knew that it was gonna be like that, me and my friends would have just got a hotel downtown Atlanta, and we would have got a rental, or we would have Ubered. You know what I mean? Like, we would have made shit easier on ourselves. But us having to share a car with 5 different people, then having to drive an hour out just to be able to do stuff, I'm just like, I wasn't really feeling it. So that's pretty much it. After that situation, I still spoke to the guy from the club. We keep in touch, you know, every year on our birthday, we text each other, tell each other happy birthday. And I really want to redo my Atlanta trip, but I just know, like, going forward, like, just be super cautious of my stuff. And it's like, it's not that I have never been cautious of my stuff. My thing is, when me and my friends on birthdays, you could get however drunk you want because we're gonna take care of you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not used to being around bitches that steal from one another. Like, my friends don't steal this crackhead energy. You know what I mean? But I really feel like whoever did take that money, they obviously needed that shit more than I did. And I really hope that they did good things with that bread because you a thief, and you a fucking lame. And that's how I feel, and that's that on that. So this pretty much concludes the story time. I have a lot of stories of a lot of crazy ass shit that I have experienced. So I want to do more story times this year, and I just want to be more relevant on my channel. Like, I just want to do more on my channel. So this is my first video of the year. I will try to stay constant, drop a video every week. Y'all know life shit happens, so you can only do so much. So like I said, this is the first story time of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was my events from my shit show of a birthday, but I am really looking forward to my upcoming birthday. Some of you guys know that I was in the hospital last year around my birthday, so this year I'm just so relieved, you know what I mean, to be able to actually spend my birthday how I want to spend my birthday. So I'm going to vlog that again, and we'll kind of go from there. So I thank you guys for watching this story time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys are having a great new year, and let's keep going, let's keep growing, and let's just manifest everything that we want this year. So see y'all next time. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all later.